A dramatic moment at South Africa's Madlanga Commission has everyone talking. Chief Mashaba erupted during a tense exchange, demanding that his family be left out of the proceedings. What triggered this emotional outburst, and what does it reveal about the growing pressure inside one of the country's most closely watched hearings? Stay with us as we break down exactly what happened. Before we continue, please like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more updates.
Sorry. It's a simple question. Are you familiar with it, yes or no?
I am, yes.
And am I correct that this is the statute that regulates what traffic officers in Gauteng are supposed to do, or are allowed to do and not allowed to do? If I'm wrong, you can say I'm wrong. We can move on.
No, I'm aware.
I am correct.
You are correct.
And you have it in front of you. Am I correct? Go to section 10, please.
Yes.
Do you see that the heading to section 10 says powers and duties of a traffic officer?
Yes.
And since you are familiar with this, is there anywhere there where it says you can go? Is there anywhere in section 10 where it says traffic officers can go to a private facility such as a warehouse and conduct search and seizure operations?
This is a Road Traffic Act. I'm using Criminal Procedure Act as a peace officer now.
Chief, Chair has already engaged you about the Criminal Procedure Act. I'm not going there. This statute says, section 10, powers and duties of a traffic officer. Do you see the heading?
Yes, sir.
And then it sets out what the powers and duties of traffic officers are. Now, is there anywhere in that section where it says a traffic officer can go to private premises of a business and conduct and search and seizure operation?
No.
Thank you.
Can I just ask, you said to Commissioner Kumalo that even your commanders are not to be trusted. When you say you, and I don't mean necessarily your direct commander, I didn't understand you that way, but you were talking about the senior people, that even those that are commanders are not to be trusted. Now, how and why would you have known that you can trust Warrant Officer Pukungwane with this mission? Because now your evidence is you did tell him it's a sensitive operation, so he understood that it's something that he must keep to himself. How did you know that you could trust him with that?
Well, Pukungwane, I can say he also stays in my neighborhood.
Yes.
We also form part of neighborhood watch or neighborhood patrol.
Mm.
So I know him more than others. And I have worked with him officially also.
You've done other operations with him?
Yes.
Okay. And were they the kind of operations that, and you can give us what those operations are they the kind of operations where sensitivity of information not to be disclosed to superiors, not just generally, but not to be disclosed to superiors was an issue in those operations? Did he have the same suspicion, or does he? And we will ask him if we have to. Does he have the same suspicion of superiors that you have, that you would trust him, that if it is something, a mission or an operation about which superiors should not know, he would oblige?
Well, that I don't know.
Yeah, then that begs my question. If you have not had past dealings with him in these kind of circumstances, comparable circumstances, if you have not had past dealings with him, how would you have known that you can trust him not to alert superiors that Chief Mashaba is involved in a secret operation that superiors shouldn't know about. How do you know he was trustworthy?
A person that when I say in my neighborhood, it would mean I would know him more than others that are not staying around with us. I will, as a colleague, as somebody that we always work together or visit, we get to know one another, you get to be comfortable with one another.
Okay.
That's how you build even a trust.
Okay, so from what you're saying, Pakungwana is not an arm's length relationship that you have with him. It's someone that you know fairly closely and you've dealt with him.
Yes.
Okay.
Commissioners.
Now, how would have Pakungwana known that he has to give you a police officer who can keep things secret? Did you ask him? Did you say, I need you to give me someone who will keep this mission quiet?
Like I'm saying, when I say to him, it is sensitive. I know he would treat it as such, and he would also prefer somebody that would do the same.
Okay, that will keep it quiet.
That would do the same, yes.
Okay, thank you.
I just want to make sure that you are not going back on what you said yesterday, because when Commissioner Kumalo is engaging you on the act that stipulates your powers and functions, you say, I use the Criminal Procedure Act. Maybe I should ask you this. What exactly in the Criminal Procedure Act do you use?
Well, it gives us a power and authority to let me say, almost act similar or exactly powers that the police has.
By saying what?
I can hear, Commissioner.
By providing what exactly?
By giving you powers, you can.
Okay, relate that to what you did in this instance.
You can stop, okay, you can search, you can seizure, you can arrest, you can.
But is that not within the powers that you have? You have specified powers which Commissioner Kumalo referred you to, and you agreed that those are indeed the powers that you have in terms of that act. So I would imagine that in certain instances, but in relation to those powers, you may have to arrest, you may have to search and seize, but in relation to those powers. Because if you can now search and seize in respect of matters you have no powers over, it makes nonsense. That would make nonsense of the powers that are stipulated as being the powers that you have. It would basically mean that you have any powers that you believe you have.
I don't get you.
Why would the act that Commissioner Kumalo referred you to stipulate powers if you can basically act outside of your powers? Because that's what I understand you to be saying. You are basically saying just because the Criminal Procedure Act provides for searches and seizures, you can then search and seize even in respect of matters you have no powers over.
Okay, let me talk about giving you powers now on.
Or let me ask the question this way. Are you by referring to the Criminal Procedure Act, are you suggesting that the Criminal Procedure Act gives you the power to search and seize in respect of offenses that fall outside of the powers, your powers stipulated in the Act that Commissioner Khumalo referred to?
Yes, that's what I correct.
So you are saying the Criminal Procedure Act adds to the powers that are stipulated in the Act?
Because these ones limit me as a law enforcement official.
I will suggest to you that all that the Criminal Procedure Act does is to say, this is how you arrest. It is under ABCD circumstances that you are able to search and seize. But that must be read within the powers that you otherwise have. You cannot go outside of those powers. But if you must arrest, then you may arrest according to the Criminal Procedure Act. But arresting in respect of offenses that you have powers over, in accordance with the Act, you then use the Criminal Procedure Act. Also, you search and seize, but in respect of the offenses specified in the Act. That is how you should read the Criminal Procedure Act. You cannot suddenly, just because there's a Criminal Procedure Act, move outside of the powers that you have. It cannot be, because it would then make nonsense of the powers that have specifically been provided for. I hope you won't again say you don't understand me.
Well, when we're talking law, I take the cue from you.
Do you accept what I'm
Chairperson.
saying? Do you accept what I'm saying?
You know it better. You are an expert compared to.
Do you accept what I'm saying?
I accept.
Thank you.